So this is our grout kit. It contains the grout, a cloth, our instructions with the important warning. Warning, warning, warning. Okay. Pair of gloves. My card, in case you get in trouble. A stick. And those pieces there. You bring paper toweling and water to the table.
Of course, you've covered the work area with a disposable covering or newspaper.
You empty your pouch of grout into the cup. Set it aside. Add the water just a few drops at a time, very slowly. A few drops. And give it a stir. Just a few drops at a time. And you can see where it's still powder at the bottom. Now it's getting all wet. You can see that. And the grout should be soft, but stick to the stick, right? So like creamy peanut butter, okay? Now take your piece, set your water aside, take your piece, and put the grout on top. Set that aside. Lift up your piece. You can spread it with a stick. I'm going to fill in all the little nooks and crannies. So I just do it with my hands. Go all the way around the piece. And do about a 45-degree angle to get your top edges. Okay. And see this mess falling down? That's why you have your area covered. There's that 45-degree angle again. And this is why that step of not having any glass poking off the edge is so important, because that's where you would get cut. Now see that gap right there? You want to be sure to fill that in with grout so it's nice and smooth. And you look for any of the others. To be nice and smooth with none of those little pieces in. And set it aside. Carefully remove the gloves so you can reuse them. See how it's gotten cloudy. Take it off. Put it in the full ball. So we missed a spot there, right on that corner. So we're going to take a little of this black that we have left. Make that up here.
So I provided you with a couple of toothpicks. You want to use those to pick off any grout that is covering the edges or pieces of glass. And you may also find some gluey spots from when you were doing your work. So if those don't come off with the toothpick, take the Q-tip that I provided you, dip that in a little bit of water, and touch it to the glue. And at that point, it'll start softening that glue, and you should be able to pick it off with your toothpick. At this point, you're going to take the white buffing cloth that I provide in your kit. You always want to buff with a white cloth, because that will not release any dyes into your grout and stain your grout. It's particularly a problem when we're using a light colored grout. But the buffing cloth will give it the finish, polish, and shine that the paper toweling can't quite accomplish.
Piece is all done. Take this piece here, this piece here. Instructions.